This one over here
is up, dudes. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? The mother is in fact first. Let's go. Good morning, Mama Quack. Good morning. It is not Friday yet, unfortunately. It is not. You're gonna be running straight PvP with next wave. Let's go, dude. Top of the morning. Yo, Pop LA, what's up, dude? How you doing, buddy? What are you playing these days? Still playing that medieval game? A little bit. Okay, okay. You're playing Tarkov, aren't you? Yeah, new account just for that. Let's go, dude. You realize you're close to Kappa? Okay. That's cool. Well, good news is that our task for downsizing was bugged, like I said, and I was able to turn in the other two this morning. So now we're just gonna go get the one last one. Just gotta go get the one last one, and then this one is at night. Tiger Bay. Let's go. Let's go here and see if we can get dude out on the runway.
Raven reporting. I'm on my way. ETA 30 seconds.
What am I playing? So I'm playing this. I've been playing Destiny again offline. I'm not gonna stream that, but that's been fun. Trying to do all the old season stuff that I didn't do. I haven't touched Tarkov, unfortunately.
Raven, wheels down and ready to load. Get ready, we're moving out.
You've been meaning to try that, man? Yeah, dude. I think I finally just accepted that Destiny wasn't going to be what it was and started playing within the realm of what they're doing. Because I really feel like Destiny is like it's almost like a first person dungeon crawler now. And I know that sounds a little weird, but if you've played enough Diablo, like you'll get it. And mainly because of how synergized the builds are now in Destiny. Before it was very limiting. You had your super and that was it. Like that was the path. And now you can kind of like change things in and out and make it your own. But there's obviously a bunch of builds that like utilize different exotic armor and weapons to be like real powerful. So if you've played Diablo, you understand like to do this, you know, specific type of build in that game, you have to have all of the right pieces and all of the right runes and all of the right things, and then it just becomes super OP. And like the same can be true about Destiny. Is this the new one coming out? What do you mean? Yeah, Hamo, good morning, man.
30 seconds.
You would only run into me late Friday night? Are you talking about Destiny or are you talking about... What are you talking about, Hamo? You are toast. This is in early access. This game currently is I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Yo, Fatty 2x4, what's up, dude? Yeah, that definitely. I I understand the not playing it after the Strand. The Strand was okay. It was okay, but we just started finishing those because Dime just got back into it, so we just started finishing that season. I will say that the new season is pretty solid in Destiny. Oh, this is not a VR shooter, no. I mean, maybe you could put a VR headset on and play this. I don't know, but this is called Grayzone Warfare. It's in early access. I don't think it has VR support though. Can you play a game just with the VR headset on, like, and look around, or does it have to have the VR support? Oh, somebody's here. Last time this guy was out in the middle of the woods here. Yep, definitely players here. Oh shit, there's two of them. Fuck. That was not great. Okay. Oh, no 360 view? Okay. Can't deal with this blurry ass screen. There's one guy right there. There's two out and about. Where'd they go? Where the hell did he go? I mean, I shot a couple of them. Maybe they bled out. And there's one right there. Not even hitting that guy. They see me. I feel like the guys that are here have to be falling in on me. I'm making way too much noise over here. Can we get to it? Where'd this guy go? There's definitely another one there. That's the guy I needed. Okay. Like that. That's all we gotta do there. Yeah, no traditional campaign in this game, but more mission based. I mean, technically, you could consider that a campaign, right? just a different type of campaign, not like the story is told through completing quests. All right, let's get on here, get back to base, turn that in. Surgery while we wait. If you don't want a full online PvP, I mean, this is online. The PvP mode is online. There are other players, but you know, it's just you against AI at that point. If you want a true offline PvP, I mean, check out like Wildlands. It's a much older game, but
I'm at the LC. Hurry up and get in.
was a very good PvE game. And I would anticipate that the PvE eventually will not get wiped. And maybe the PvP will, I don't know, but have they announced any ideas of the next update? The very next update's coming end of spring is going to be PvP. Well, I'm saying PvP focus because that's my favorite thing about it. But there's so much more. There's a lot of PvE stuff. There's going to be weather. So you'll have full-on rains, monsoons. You'll have like water that will fill up different rivers and lakes and the rice fields, and you won't be able to walk through them anymore. You'll also have the PvP, which is like PvP zones. So basically, if you get into an encounter with another player, a little circle will show on the map, and you'll get XP for being in there and shooting other players. Then there's also going to be the cops, which is the control, occupy, and protect, which is the new like compounds and faction areas that your faction will take over. There will be a vendor apparently in there with that. And basically this will work as fast travels as well. So if you want to get to a certain spot, you can just go to that base. And then, you know, again, the fast travel thing is going to really alleviate the chopper issue too, which I don't think is as bad as it once was, but every now and then we get a hit with negative, you know. We don't know about the center yet. We won't know about the center until the actual launch of the game. Yo, Adrian, what's going on, dude? It's not that I don't like Tarkov. I do like Tarkov. I've played Tarkov since 2018, something like that. Not that I don't like Tarkov. It's just I've played it, and I think that Tarkov is making some really bad decisions for a company that seems to really need money. In my opinion, they're just making bad decisions. You know what I mean? I don't think punishing players is the way, you know? All right, who are we giving this to? You are close. Turncoat is already there. Banshee, I guess, next? No, Banshee can't get that. Turncoat, can I? Do the turncoat. We don't know about any specific guns yet. In one of the screenshot, there was an AR-15, which is something that we kind of technically already have, just never been called that. But that may be because of licensing, so I don't know. I'm not really sure. But typically, you see at least what this last update came with. Technically, what 6-7 guns. If you type in well, you're on TikTok. It's called gzwtacmap.online. If you're on Twitch, you can just type in !map, and that is the one that I use. Yeah, the game is in a much better state. Much better state. More content, more missions, more weapons, more high tier loot. Like, I mean, the game's in a really good place these days, man. What did we use all of there? That was a blood bag. All right, we need some ammo. Reload. We are still hurt. But yeah, so the bunch of new missions, and then we also on last Thursday, what I wanted. Last Thursday, they showed a bunch of stuff off. So we've got rain coming in the next update, which is end of spring, late spring. These are all the bases that I'm talking about. So there's going to be all of these new cops on the map, and you'll take them over and occupy them, and then your AI will spawn there, and you can use that as a fast travel spot. Apparently, they may also have a merchant there, and is it maps? Hello? Hold on, the bot's not connected. My bad. What is happening? Let me restart it. You haven't played in a while? Ground Zero is the same size now. I mean, I think it's just the perspective of the map. This is one of the new locations. I think this is one of the bases that you can take over, one of the smaller ones, and then this is one of the big ones. Is how I understood these two images. This one looks pretty cool though. This is the PvP zone that we're talking about. So, and when someone engaged, based right now on like the first shot fired, it will spawn a circle like this. So you will know where PvP is happening or has been happening. So you can go search it out if you are looking for that. This will also help with any, LZs that are hot. You'll be able to get that. They are also introducing mortar strikes, which they said is about 90% right now gonna make the update. Hopefully that will make it. There'll be two different versions of mortar strike. There'll be a smoke mortar strike and a obviously mortar strike. So that is pretty cool. You could probably call the smoke one in on the LZ when you get there. The mortars are going to be real expensive. They said at least starting out like minimum, probably like 10K. I think the economy is going to be very important in this update. What else did they say? We have some gifts of the rain here. We have a full video of this too. This is the only time that we see another, like, a new name of a weapon and a new weapon. It's weird though because of the caliber. So I'm not really sure if this is just a mock-up and a joke. I think it's partly a joke because Shootout Picnic is a Tarkov task, and this is the you know, flavored text that goes with Shootout Picnic from Tarkov. So I think they are shooting some shots here. But also 10 packs of cigarettes are not things in game, so this could be new loot, new like high tier loot that is coming. But they also have talked about how there's going to be missions that just kind of pop up in different areas. And that's what this POI is this this mission here, I guess. And then we also have air tags coming in the next update. So basically, you'll be able to buy air tags for your items. And if you lose them in PvP, you will obviously be able to track them. The other thing, too, that someone mentioned that I thought was smart was, oh, that just sounds like a PvP update. But if you die and you don't know where your body is in PvE, this is a great, having an air tag on one of your items, you'll be able to know exactly where your body is. And do that. They also are introducing like real-time weather. They said they were working with a company in Laos to try to have the weather be accurate in real time. So you'll actually know this when you go out and go into the zone, that you'll, you know, what's going on, what the weather's looking like. One of these screenshots, I gotta find it here, actually has the last of the screenshots. I think it is. Where was it? This one, yeah. So this one's weather thing on the map here. You can see that there's a red chopper here, which I would assume means that this is a no-fly day. Right now, they're not the chopper. You won't be able to use the choppers on this next at 2100 hours, which is actually kind of cool. I think that's gonna be real cool. And then what do we? You said something about the rain sound. I have video here. This is what it sounds like. I don't know if you can hear that or not. How's the game running now? It's running pretty smoothly, man. I do, you know, full disclosure, I have a 4090 and a Ryzen 9, so it's a pretty beefy computer. But I don't have any problems at all. I think it will be definitely able to hide player movement from the sound of rain, because listen to this. This is loud. The question though that we have to ask the devs is, will the bots also be deafened by this sound? You know, will they hear your movement in the rain? And that's a really good question. You know what I mean? So it won't be cool if you're stuck miles away. I get what you're saying, but with the cops, I keep calling fops. With the cops, which are those new bases on the map, as long as you can get to one of those, you can get into your inventory, and then you can fast travel back to the main base if that's where you need to go. My CPU is cooked. Hey, you got time to upgrade, bro. there'll be issue with frame rates in the rain. I hope not, man. I hope that they're able to continue to build and work on performance. That the rain is not going to just cook everybody's PC. That would suck. Yeah, and I mean, look at the clouds here. Look at the sky. There's not a single blue part of the sky in sight. Like, it's only gray. And you can see the clouds moving real fast too. So I think that night vision is going to be required at night. People are just going to start running them on their kits no matter what, just because you don't want to be out there without it, man. Or a flashlight, but man, that flashlight gives you away, dude. Especially we talking PvP, you know. Ran Blue Lagoon last night with the white phosphorus NVGs. It was fun, dude. Yeah, man, we've had some really fun runs with the with NVGs. We just don't have them on this character. We haven't found any. We can't accept any. The water running down the gun was a nice touch. Yeah, dude. The what they've been doing so far with how the rain looks really awesome. You have to be close to brain dead to use a flashlight in PvP, right? We also got some other screenshots in this. We got the first PvP screenshot, which is interesting because I guess these guys are... I mean, these guys look like dudes versus PvP, but I don't know. I also am thinking that this is the first, like, image of a decaying body. Because apparently bodies are supposed to decay over time, because they'll be there for like an hour, I want to say. I don't remember how much time there is. That's probably not accurate, but this guy's looking ripe for sure compared to this guy over here. And then we also got the new title screen. Which looks pretty good. But see, that's the thing, is that here's another screenshot. This one looks really cool. I hope that they've added this to the military base, because this would be way cooler looking than how it feels kind of empty right now. And they showed a screenshot like this back in Night Ops, and it came pretty true. It looks pretty good to what the city center looks like now in game. So I'm excited to see if this that they've added all of these bodies and things to like, this could be a player, I don't know, but is this game available on PS5? It is not, unfortunately. It is not, but this is the updated roadmap now. So Winds of War is coming spring 2025, and then this Dark Revelations, which is the lore, got pushed back a little bit. I'll be honest though, I feel like while this roadmap is good, so we kind of understand where everything lies, I tend to feel like we're gonna start to see more of what's happening now, where they're kind of combining different things together up front. Like, this is them just laying out their ideas, right? Battle Forge is like forging stuff, right? Shadow Strike is more stealth things. I forget what Rising Tensions is. Obviously Dark Revelations is more story and lore, and then this is Ground Zero. But like, I think as the game progresses and the community says, hey, we need these things, these are the things that need to happen, they're going to take little bits and pieces of things and move them forward. And with Dark Revelations, only right now, all we know about it being lore, I just continue to see this one kind of moving slowly, or little chunks of this getting combined with chunks of that one to make the next update. You know what I mean? Yeah, they've talked about the controller issue being a thing, man. They really have. What else do we have? I think that's it for all of the stuff they sent me. I have a press release, but you guys don't care about the press release. Love to see dead body fall animations like DayZ. You get shot in the leg and fall to the ground. The same with AI. Yeah, that would be cool to see some more of. Hear me out, battle royale mode. Yeah, I mean maybe, man. Maybe that's something that you could do. Okay, completed. So we have a nighttime, and we've got Lost Girl. And then we got to get the drugs from Midnight Sapphire. So let's go Lost Girl. Do you only have one Tiger Bay set right now? I would really love the ability to rename keys, though. That'd be great. That would be great. All right, so Tiger Bay. I don't think we have the key for it, but we gotta go to the hotel.
Raven dispatched. Moving to base camp. This is Raven arriving shortly near your position. ETA.
When is it coming to console? Right now it's not. I mean, they said that they would consider console at some point, but that wouldn't be until after the 1.0 release, which isn't going to be until fall of 2027. So by the time that comes out, you'll be on PS6. You know what I mean? Like, very early in game.
Strap in. We're heading out.
I was talking to someone on TikTok last night, and they were talking about how this game needs more of this and more of this, and that Tarkov did it right with the hideout and giving players something to go after. I'm like, bro, the hideout didn't exist in Tarkov until 3.5, almost 4 years into the development of the game. This game isn't even a year old yet, dude. Like, you gotta give them some fucking time. You know what I mean? Like, come in and be like, oh, they don't have these things that this game also didn't have for 4 years, dude. Like, you know, like, come on, bro. Like, I love the hideout. I love the idea of the hideout. And they're talking about doing something similar, that they're gonna have crafting and a way to, like, use your resources and stuff. Let them cook, bro. Like, give them the 4 fucking years, man. Like, damn, dude. Like, if you're gonna talk shit, at least know your dates, you know? Like, we need one key ring to hold all the other key rings. Yeah, there you go. But I want it now, mentally. I do want it now, mentally, dude. Could you imagine? Making changes a lot quicker and better than most. I think that their patch schedule has been really solid. They're paying attention to what's happening. They're fixing things that are popping up. Like, I don't have a whole lot of, you know, negative things to say, man. Like, and I'll be happy to be like, hey, I don't like this about what Madfinger's doing, but right, they haven't shown me anything to be mad about, you know? Selfishly, would I like these updates sooner? But I also don't want them to come out and be broken. You know what I mean? I want them to come out and, for everybody's sake, be good, so that we can continue to grow the game. You know what I mean? Like, that's the important thing to me. I think taking the time is the most important thing. And if that's 6 months, cool. If that's 7, cool. 8, okay, I'm gonna get frustrated, but it's cool. You know, like, I want the content when it's dropped to be right, man. And like, you don't get a lot of shots, especially knowing how volatile this community in gaming is. Like, you miss it. You know, you get 16,000 negative reviews on Steam. You know what I mean? Like, so like, you got to be careful. You know, like, you want it to be right. You obviously don't want to piss off the people that are supporting your game by taking too long, but you also got to give them the content that's going to be worth it, you know? John, yet here you are commenting on it, bro. Game's still alive and well, man. If you're broke and can't afford a good PC, just say so, dude. I was talking to my buddy about this, and I was giving it high praise to Madfinger. He was shocked because I'm like the most critical person when it comes to devs in the game. I think they're doing a good job, man. Like, I have plenty to say about a lot of other companies that are not doing a good job, and I will give them also praise when they do something that's good. But they haven't done anything yet, man, that have been like, hey, guys, what are you doing? How far in the missions do you get the weapon and armor crate? So if you type in, I guess you're on YouTube, on Twitch, if you go to gzwtacmap.online, you will get to a website that has maps and like locations and stuff like that. But they also, on the main page, they have a high tier loot thing that you can take a look at, and you'll see all of the different loot and how much it is, how much they're worth. I love the transparency, man. I love the communication. I love the dev streams that they're doing, man. They're working it. They're doing it. This is also the first PC game they made, and it's pretty badass, man. Like, don't have that key. Hey, we got the key now. Not that we need it. It's not this task that we're doing, but might as well put it in our thing. All right, now we gotta figure out who and how we're getting a weapon. Well, a better one. Not fighting those guys. Is this another? Do we not have HQ office key? Yeah. Oh shit. Clear this house first. Someone's out front. Shoot him in the back, dude. What? Some of these new voice lines that are coming out are great, bro. He's running away. Shoot him in the back. Oh, go, go. Shot him in the back. Sound like someone's coming up the stairs. Any more ammo? It's just a misunderstanding. Getting close. Okay. Remember if we looted this guy or just went up? No, we didn't. We're gonna pick up his gun just so we don't have two of the same. Okay, get some more money. Yo, Trash Panda, what's up, dude? I'm having fun with the updates, man. I'm really enjoying this game a lot, dude. I really like where they're going and what they're doing. I think it's worth taking a look at especially if you own the game. It's absolutely worth just updating it and checking it out, seeing where it is. So we're gonna take out some of these guards over here from up top. Not as many in Tiger Bay as there once was. It's also very hard to see them without a scope. There used to be like 2 or 3 down here. And then obviously like 2 in the motel where we're going. Still think there's one across the street. He just hasn't come out on his perch yet. No way. Damn it, Bennett. Thanks for maid. Is LZ camping an issue still? I don't think so. I think LZ camping was definitely an issue in the very launch of the game because people just didn't know how to play the game. I don't typically see that. I will say that I think a lot of things get called LZ camping when in fact they are just inconvenient timing, meaning I'm going to an LZ and someone's coming into an LZ and we have to fight, or I'm landing in an LZ and then someone lands right behind me and then we have to fight. I think that is more of what is happening than quote LZ camping, right? Just because I don't see it as bad as people make it out to be. Like playing the game as much as I play the game, right? Sure, I'm sure there's a couple rats here and there, and we've run into one here and there every now and then, but more of the time it's because I've landed in an LZ, I started making my way through, shooting AI, taking people out, and then I hear a chopper. And I like, how do you play that? Do you just ignore it and keep shooting and let clearing a path for them to come find you and shoot you in the back? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you have to fight. Like, you have to fight that head on, right? So if I hear a chopper landing, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to go and look and figure out where they're going and then kill them. Like, that's just how it's kill or be killed in this game, right? If you want to be friendlies, you got to play on the PvE server. The PvP server is not a friendly place. You know what I mean? So, like, it's kill or be killed. You just kind of have to do that. I don't recommend going and laying down at an LZ and just sitting there. Like, that seems very boring and not a fun way to play this game. But I just don't think that quote LZ camping is as bad as it actually is. I mean, I guess I'll take the laptop. Also, we've seen quests where these duffel bags are lootable. I'm real hopeful that in either the next update or in the future that there'll be more lootable things. Things that we've seen that are lootable are those duffel bags. We've seen some drawers in HQ of Tiger Bay, not HQ, but in the UNLRA area of Tiger Bay be lootable. We also have seen those document boxes in Fort Nerith be lootable. So I would love to see that. I would love to see that those things be more involved in the game. And I think with items like cigarettes and stuff like that, I feel like more loot is coming, but like not necessarily worth like loot, right? Like obviously the pearl earrings are more expensive than the laptop, but could be interesting to find them in a drawer or something like that. All right, so we have our, oh, I didn't want to eat that. Oh well. We have our Lost Girl first step. Also something that's coming in 0.3 is something that would absolutely be meaningful here is this Lost Girl quest. I have to fly back to base to turn it in, right? Find info regarding the missing girl in Tiger Bay. Cool, found it. I'm done with the mission. Let me just, like, we have an ongoing conversation about the quest. Let me just turn it in. I said that to Mara and he started to write something down, and then he said that that's going to be a thing where you can just turn in quests unless you have to bring something back to the base and you'll be able to get to the next one. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, look who it is. It's Norman. Hi buddy. Oh, thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for the kisses. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Huh? What are you doing? Did you eat breakfast? Huh? Huh? Guys, it's Norman. Look at this little cutie. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oliver is so jealous that Norman's getting all the love. I'm just saying. Good bud. Okay. Good boy. Yeah, I think it's definitely more of a circumstance thing than anything, I think, personally, but yeah, can't buy a cheater who was hanging at Delta for one Delta 1 for 30 minutes plus yesterday. Yeah, that's just report and move on from that guy, man. Yeah, mother. I mean, that's happens. That's how it goes sometimes. I think once, and I've said this about a lot of games. I think once you get to a place and your game's out in the wild, you have your intentions, right? That you make a game with, but eventually, it's the community, it's the people that are playing the game that really own that game at that point. You know what I mean? Like, it's their game. You're just making it for them, and we see this happen all the time with games where the devs are like, no, we're making it this, we're doing it this way, and that's it. And then people are like, cool, and then they leave and they stop playing the game. The devs like, oh wait, no, actually, wait, hold on, come back, we're adding these things. Like Destiny, in my opinion, Destiny, that's how they have had this inner turmoil between their devs, where half of them wanted to make WoW, half of them wanted to make Diablo, and this little other part wanted to make the like a sequel to Halo, right? Like, and they kept battling each other for mechanics in the game, and eventually the WoW people won, and then a bunch of people left the game. And they're like, this isn't the game I signed up for. I don't want to keep playing this. This isn't fun anymore. And they're like, wait, actually, what if we added this? And they're like, oh, do you like that? Oh, okay. What if we added more of the Diablo side? And they're like, yeah, what if you added it? And like, so like, it's just, I really feel that once a game's out in the wild, it doesn't. If the devs had any preconceived notions of that, this is going to be only this type of thing, like that expectation is no longer valid, right? Like the community is going to play the game in the way that they want to. Prime example of this, and this is I think as far as the devs can continue to take it without, completely alienating themselves, is Terminal Initiative, right? A quest that is the hardest quest in the game, is the final quest, right? You have to go to a place, kill X amount of people there, get a thing and bring it back, and then turn them in, right? That was the mindset in the very first iteration of the game. People were like, yo, that is too hard. Here's an easy way to do it. Just go get all the barrels, come back, turn those in, then go get all the kills, and then turn them all in once you're done. And the devs were like, not so fast. So now in the mission, you have, before you can do the next part of the mission, and before the barrels even show up, you have to get the kills first. So the only way that you could technically still cheese that is by, well, you couldn't, because you have to turn the barrel in. So that's not even valid, right? Like, you have to get the kills, pick up the container, walk the container back to base, turn the container in, and then you get the next set of your missions. So it's just like, they have control over like how they want you to play it, but that only goes so far, The fact that people are like, hey, we want to play PvP. Hey, you've built a really cool sandbox to do PvP and give us PvP stuff. And they're like, well, okay, To our understanding, PvP wasn't ever in the game in the beginning. Like, they added it after the fact. They had a bunch of people say, you have to put PvP in this game. It will not be successful if you don't. And I think there's a lot of truth there. I love the PvE aspect of this game, but it's the PvP that keeps me bringing back, man. Put in the Grayzone Discord suggestion for player stats. No one is responding, so unless more agree, I don't think it will happen. I continually say stats, that we need stats. All right, we got another player here. What do you think? Do we... We're gonna have to suit up, so we're gonna have to go in here. If we're gonna fight this player, we need better gear. They're close. Damn it. Didn't see him till it was too late. I think he's at that checkpoint. Come on, give it to me. Thank you. Yo, Jarhead coming in with the raid. What's up, Raiders? How's it going? How's your stream, dude? I was lurking a little bit this morning. Or they may be behind me now. Come on. Thought I heard someone behind us. Haven't heard any shots by that checkpoint at all. Yep. Oh, that was not even them. Shit. Okay. That was an AI, dude. Who is that quest for? Turncoat? Yeah, this is gonna be a challenging one to get back to our body, dude. We're gonna have to do it. All right, man, this is gonna be dangerous, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna attempt to do it.
Raven, wheels up.
So we're gonna go right through where that guy was.
Raven reporting. I'm on my way. ETA 30 seconds.
Yo, coming in, Dave. What's going on, man? We're on Lost Girl 2 now. Which technically we're going after our body first and then working our way back to Lost Girl 2, but...
Raven on
You like my drip?
pick you up. Get ready, we're moving out.
Yeah, whoever was talking about stats before, I mean, we've said it every time. Anytime that we've had a meeting with any of the devs and Mara, like we've talked about, I think we're all making the assumption that they are keeping stats somewhere in the game. But every time that we've had any, and myself, just not just me solo, everybody else that I've been in like meetings with, we've all said things like, we would love to know stats. I want to know my longest headshot, you know, like I want to know how many people I took out on my mission, you know, like, well, that's not really realistic for a PMC. And I get that, but it's also a video game, you know, I want to know the stats, right? I should do green hell. I don't know what that is. It just makes sense that there would be numbers buried in the code, right? Like, but maybe they haven't built, maybe they didn't build a system to track that. I don't know, you know? Whenever you play there's a lot of stutters. What is your setup? What are you using? It's real hard to pinpoint like issues because everyone's got X amount of variables in their systems. No two systems are the same, you know? A balance of statistic and emergent. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I would just like to know those things, you know? I mean, we'll see what comes with PvP because I feel like that there may be something there. I'm not sure, but we'll have to wait and see. Is the helicopter AI? It is. Yeah. So they are on rails. So there's a certain path. They have multiple paths they can go, but like dependent upon air traffic and stuff. But yeah, they are. You just jump on and you go for a ride. It'll be interesting to see how many people still use choppers, though, come the cops, which is the command outposts. that you'll take over in the next update, because you will be able to fast travel between them. Now, the question is, can you fast travel from a cop to a different cop, or can you only go to the FOB and back to the cop, like one way? I think it will be one way, right? I think it will be, I can fast travel over here to this one, and now I'm spawning. I've set that as my spawn point, so I'm now spawning at that place. But I think then it would be like you only go back and forth between that and the cop, or that and the FOB. About to get a PC. Any good tips on what you should get? Are you planning to build your own, or are you planning to buy a pre-built? The newest graphics cards are the 5000 series or the 50 series. NVIDIA, I would recommend going with NVIDIA. Pre-built most likely. Yeah, you could probably get a decent 50 series card. I would not go below a 40 series at this point in time. Depending upon how much you're spending on your build, you could build a pretty decent one. I run a 4090, a Ryzen 40, or I'm sorry, a NVIDIA 4090 GPU, and then a Ryzen 9 CPU. There was just too many issues with the i9s that I was seeing, so I just kind of stayed away from it. They may have fixed a lot of those now, but that is why I went with the AMD over. Oh, there's that guy. Of course, I took all this guy's freaking ammo. Although he didn't take his vest. I should take his vest. Hopeful that I can sneak back in and not let this guy be aware of my presence. He's definitely here. And I died very close to the armory. I have been looted. Sure have. Damn it. Oh boy. Got this key. Fuck, I don't. I don't know if I'm gonna catch up to this guy or not. Whoa, what the fuck? Where's this guy going? I don't think he's going to this LZ here. Makes me feel like he's working his way up. He also could have got caught in that crossfire at that checkpoint over here. We heard lots of shooting. See, this is where air tags are going to be insane because I'll be able to track them. Still AI in there. Those shots at me? No way, dude. Damn, bro. These bots are fucking killing me, dude. I also didn't have a helmet on, so that makes sense. Rip. All right, well, reset. That guy got away. I really wanted to catch up to him. I don't know where he went, though. Also, if you're wondering why I'm only going out with the pistols, because we're playing the hardcore variant of the game, where we can only go out with the pistol. This guy is crazy. So we can't use any armor. We can only use non-armored items, and then we can only go out into the world with a pistol. That's it. What am I missing? Didn't I buy 2 of the... Oh, I did. I put it one in here. Okay. That's it with us.
Roger. Raven is in the air and heading to base camp. This is Raven arriving shortly near your position. ETA 30 seconds.
We'll just keep it in there for now, I guess. Don't we have a shack key? A Blue Lagoon shack key?
Raven wheels down and ready to load.
It's not.
10 seconds.
Tarkov was fun though. Listen, I like Tarkov. I've been playing Tarkov for a very long time, man. Like, Grayzone's just a different,
Ready up, we're taking off.
you know, different beast. What's with the mosquitoes? Just island sounds. Yeah, there are a lot of optimization guides out there. Definitely worth taking a look. The AI is still tough. I wouldn't say they are aimbots anymore, but I also didn't have a helmet on that last one, so like no wonder I got domed, dude. Do I have zero stutter in this game? Yeah, I don't really get much stutter. Why Grayzone over Tarkov? I just like this better, man. I think Tarkov's, in my opinion, so like, while I am, quote, a full-time streamer, I only stream like 2 hours every morning, man. Like my long day is on Friday where I do a morning stream and then like an afternoon stream. So putting 2 hours into a game that requires you to play like it's a full-time job just isn't it for me, man. I would have to play Tarkov offline exclusively for it to be meaningful, man. And I just don't think that is a good way to entice your players, man. I love Tarkov. I think Tarkov changed gaming for me. I've been playing Tarkov since 2018-ish, end of 17, I want to say. But I also remember Tarkov in the beginning, and it wasn't as good as it is now. Now, with that being said, they've made some decisions recently that I just don't agree with, man. And I think they're punishing more casual players of the game than they are, and that's not doing any good, especially for a company that seems to be very hungry for money, right? This whole unheard of debacle, and then, you know, all this other stuff that they're doing, like, I don't think the right thing for them to do is to put more roadblocks in front of people. A great example of this is like found and raid for the hideout. Like that is just, in my opinion, a very bad decision, right? I also preferred being able to sell not found and raid items on the flea market. I just like that better, but you know, they reverted that as well. So from a more casual player standpoint of that game, it's hard to play that unless you're no life in it, dude. And that's just not fun. I like to play multiple different types of games. And, you know, streaming just 2 hours of that every morning is just not a lot of fun. I know that you can now. But you cannot go and buy items for your hideout on the flea. They have to be found in raid now. And that's, again, it's just as pointless, because the reason I wanted to buy and sell items on the flea is because I was buying them for my hideout, dude. Like, you know what I mean? And then, so it's one or the other, man. They went to that one and then they've gone to this one. I don't like the moves. I don't think that they are making the right decisions if they're trying to find a bigger player base, you know? I would love for them to be successful, I really would, but the decisions that they're making for me as a gamer don't align with what I'm trying to do, you know? This game is fresh to me. I like it. It has a lot to offer, and it's less than a year old. It's in pre-alpha early access, and the developers are very communicative. They hold live streams. They do a ton of different stuff, and I think this game has a whole lot of potential. It's very early though, you know. Like we have to give this game a little bit of time to cook. You know what I mean? And if we give it that, I think it's going to be a contender for sure. If we give it 10 years, like everyone's given Tarkov, that they somehow forget that it's taken Tarkov 10 years in beta to be where it's at. This is not even a year old, you know, like, come on, man. Not even a year old and it already looks better than Tarkov does. You know what I mean? Also hurts the players that don't have that much time in the game. Absolutely. Absolutely, dude. I just think I think they're doing one thing that's cool in the game, and then they shoot themselves in the foot by doing some other dumb brainless move, you know, like it doesn't make sense to me. And they've done some really cool stuff. I admit, man, when they first started talking about the hideout, I was like, yo, that sounds awesome. That sounds really cool. We'll see what it looks like when it's actually in game. And then it got in game and it looks awesome, and it is awesome. Like, they did a great job. They just make a bunch of other dumb moves along the way that are frustrating to your more average casual player base. This guy's gun. Let him go over there before I open this door to try to get this body. Oh, they saw me. Wait, I have this key, don't I? Sure do. Oh, of course it's not gonna give me a gun, dude. Come on. Wow. Whole lot of good that did. Let me go throw some of this ammo at him real quick. Trying not to get shot here. Okay, survive that. Intense. These guys now. Oh shit, I thought I killed that other guy. Oh boy, another different gun. I don't have any ammo left. Okay. Oh shit, I don't see this guy. Fuck. I shouldn't have pushed up there. That was stupid. At least that should be an easy recovery though.
Raven dispatched. Moving to base camp.
I gotta slow it down, man. I keep rushing in and then keep dying.
Raven here. I'm moving out. ETA 30 seconds.
These guys with all their fancy weapons over here. Yes, I am playing at 1440. Back at it again, yeah, man. Why the congrats? I stream Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Yeah, I do need to slow down. I do. I do need to slow down. I like this from Blank Dude. He says, as a Star Citizen player, a game that's been in development for 12 plus years, and a game that's been in development for 12 plus years. This will be a good game if this is 1 year in. Yeah, exactly. So there are real players here, and I keep dying to AI ones though. We were tracking a real guy earlier, but we lost him, and we got killed. So yeah, it's real. It's more of it's an extraction shooter, so it's kind of like an offshoot of the battle royale, right? Where you're on a big map. There's other players, so these two factions have at least 16 players in them. And then you go off and you have missions all over the place where you go to these different LZs and these POIs. So like in a game like Tarkov, like this is the main map in the Tarkov, right? Where you would have to queue into this and wait in the lobby. And then you get in with anywhere from 6 to 12 other players, right? So this game has that, but it's a persistent map. And all of those things are happening at the same time. So you could be in Tiger Bay. You could be over in Fort Nerith. You could be at the sawmill. You could be over at the resort, Midnight Sapphire. Like, you could be at the airfield. There's all these different places, and then there's these starter towns, right? That each faction has to kind of get started in the game. There's Blue Lagoon over here, another like water park or something, you know, like. There's just this different areas that you can go, but it's all persistent. So if these guys over here are pushing towards Fort Nerith or YBL, like the military bunker, like they could be our guys pushing over here, and then Le Mans could be over here, and then now it's a 3-faction all out battle. You know what I mean? You also have the opportunity to go back to your body if you die. You get one chance to go back to your body. If you die along the way, you lose access to looting your body, but it's still there so other people can loot it. Yeah, they definitely need more lootable things. I agree with you, man. We were talking about that earlier. Like right now in this game, and with the iteration of 0.2, they've added new things that you can loot. So for example, there's missions where you have to loot a cabinet, right? And then there's like a 4-square cabinet and you get a thing out of it, right? Same thing with the duffel bags. You're able to loot the duffel bags on these missions. And there's a mission in Fort Nerith where you have to go and look for a document in a document box, right? You can loot those things. So like that mechanic exists in the game. They just need to further develop it. And I'm hopeful that in 0.3 later this spring, they'll do just that, and that we'll see more lootable things. Maybe it won't come on 0.3, but in the future, I really hope they continue to develop those mechanics so that we have more lootable stuff. We have things that can be looted, and it's worth the time. I think by the time that we get to the crafting update, when crafting is introduced, like we will have all of those things. So I would say it's coming based on the information that we have. It's just a matter of time, right? I think we'll get all of those things, man. I really do. I just think it's a slow ramp up to it. As they continue to introduce new loot and stuff, I think that will help as well, because there'll be more stuff to loot and you'll want more. I've been talking about how trading, I think, is going to be real important too. That we'll see, more opportunity to hold on to loot if they introduce some sort of trading, right? And whether that's like through like a black market type thing, or if that's through the vendors, right? I've heard some talk that there may be like a tier 4 to the vendors progression. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. I've seen some people say that. But regardless, I would absolutely go hunting for, like, let's just say to get an M2 vest, you needed, you know, 2 military computers and a 20-year-old bottle of whiskey. That was the trade, right? I would absolutely hunt and hoard that stuff all day so I could just make those trades. You know what I mean? I would 100% be doing that. So that I could just like have and just whenever I needed an M2 vest, I could grab one. Now, they haven't said that that's coming yet, but that's definitely something that I continue to tell them that I would love to see in the game, is like the ability to make the loot meaningful. You know what I mean? Did we not kill one of these guys over here? Another shack key. We'll take all. Do we... Lost Girl 2, receive any clues from the Blue Lagoon and report back. So I gotta go take a look at those pictures because I don't think it's in... This is for the later one, right? Yeah. Or no, we already did this one. Zero 0.3 gives us only weather, rain, or this extra fob. No, dude, there's so much more coming in. And did you not watch the stream? So there's a ton of stuff coming. We actually went over a little bit of it because we have a bunch of stuff for it. The devs sent us a bunch of screenshots and stuff. Is it not this? Is it this? Is it not this? Oh, did I not pick it up? No, I have it. Oh, I just gotta get him back to him. That's why. Ah, you just missed me dying, mother. So the thing about the Steam reviews, man, is most of those reviews are from launch. And while I personally didn't have any issues at launch, there's plenty of people that did. And since that, they made and they fixed a lot of those issues right off the bat. I will say that this game on older systems does struggle. This is a brand new engine, and they're pushing it pretty hard. I mean, just look at all the fucking trees, dude. Like, it does take a decent PC to like run this game. So a lot of those reviews are from the launch. Now, I wish that Steam did a better job of like pinpointing when things were, you know, when it comes to reviews. But I will say that they have 60. What is it? So they have a 66% rating on Steam, which is mixed, right? But 36,000 of those reviews are positive. They're positive reviews, with only 18,000 negative reviews. And I will say that most of those reviews are from the launch of the game. So you gotta kind of take them with a grain of salt. I probably should call in a chopper, huh? But I will say that, you know, this game has a lot of potential, man. A lot of potential. So it is exciting to see that.
Raven reporting. I'm on my way. ETA 30 seconds. Landing. Get in. Go. Get ready. We're moving out.
What level on this character? I am level 31. It is a PC game, Hoyt. Yeah, graphics look real good. Yep. Glitch, I don't know what you're saying about setting a timer and test, like how long it takes to get to places. It just depends on how far away you are from it, obviously. I will say that we did a little test in 0.1, which is the launch version of the game, and choppers are about 25 seconds faster as far as their speed is concerned. I have a 4090, Hoyt. You can filter the date on the reviews. Hey, that's good to know. I'd highly recommend filtering the date on the reviews on Steam. If that's what you're going to go off of, the 0.2 update dropped November 27th, 2024. Yeah, an NVIDIA 4090, yep. We have the MSI 4090. I mean, it's very rare that my game crashes, man. We've had a couple since 0.2, but like really very rare. You haven't touched it since a month after launch, dude. Update the game, man. Like, first and foremost, the biggest difference is that you can see that it's getting dark out. So there's a full day and night cycle. There's a ton of performance issues or updates that they've done New weapons, new missions. They've reworked areas. There's new POIs, high tier loot. There's a lot. They've put in a lot of updates from this game. I'll just say a big thing, and I know people are like, well, player numbers, blah blah blah. I'm like, players are gonna come, especially with the PvP update. But I will say that significantly this time last year, when it was towards the later end of the 0.1 cycle, there was only like 600 people playing the game. That was really low, man. But we've got almost 2K peak right now. So I think that's pretty solid, man. It's 9 a.m. here in the States. No, yeah, 9:52, almost 10 a.m. And there's 1,100 players playing the game. So that's pretty solid, like in my book, for where this early access pre-alpha game is at with players. Especially seeing as last time this previous update, before 0.2 dropped, it was much lower. People are still playing the game. People are enjoying the game. And then with the next update, really focusing on, more content and obviously the PvP side of things, like I think we're going to see a much higher player base continue. Seem to say 71% positive most recently. That's good. When is the update? We don't know the specific date yet. It's just end of spring.
Here we are. Welcome back to base.
Right. Fresh meat. We're gonna go back there again. Fresh meat 3 is where we actually go and do the thing, right? Yes.
Roger. Raven is in the air and heading to base camp.
Just keep the rest of that stuff on us. We'll sell the rest of this. Turncoat. How we're 292. Yeah, we're fine there. Yeah, that's where I put my shack key.
This is Raven, arriving shortly near your position. ETA 30 seconds.
Okay. $35 for the base game. Yeah, like that's the other thing too. Like, if you are interested in this game, like now is the time, because once this next update drops, the price will go up. Maybe there'll be a little bit of a sale before, like the week of release. I don't know, but $35 to get in ground floor is not bad. I'm running Grayzone on a 3090 with 90 FPS average, moderate graphics settings. World still looks great. I have a 3060 card and it was getting a 90 to 100. The 4070 I have now gets 100. Yeah, I mean, I've got my settings on full, like ultra settings, and I'm getting 144 frames on the 4090, 150 frames, 100, maybe max out at 160. Yeah, we just hit 160 there, and this is just flying in the chopper too. How would I grade this game? I would give this game like a B right now, man. Maybe B plus. Like I only do that because I want to, when the next update drops, be like, oh, it's an A, bro. It's an A. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go like, oh, it's 100%. You know, because it's not. There's only 20% of the game is in the game right now. Like, of their plan, only 20% is actually in the game playable. So there's a long way to go for this game. There's a long development. They're putting the time and effort for the game. They're not going to add cars. Cars won't be coming. No. They've been pretty consistent about that. I don't think you'll need cars either once these new cops come in, the new outposts. But I don't think they're going to be doing cars. Sure. Would it be fun to have like a little ATV and roll around in here? Absolutely. That'd be a blast. But I think you add cars, then you're adding clown suits as DLC to like have different characters. Like, it just, no. We're not. This isn't Call of Duty. Yeah, there is still stuff to improve. There are some glitches here and there that need to be fixed, but you know, cars would break PvP, absolutely. GTA 6 Gangs of Lemang, dude. Yeah, bro. I mean, I am interested in the DMZ potential comeback if they ship it next COD title. I would return to COD if they did that. I love DMZ, man. I thought DMZ did a really great job from a AAA title to like tackle the extraction shooter. I thought that they, of any of the companies that are out there AAA wise that have made an attempt at a extraction shooter, DMZ was by far the best. Still way more arcadey than I like, but at the same time was quite fun. They got a lot of the mechanics right. I really did like the chopper, the exfils, like getting in the big chopper, and then like especially the final one, man, that was always fun. People you know, battling it down at the last minute to get on, or maybe building friendships with the randoms that were there, you know, like it was just a fun time.
Spread out.
You don't know if DMZ will be enough. I don't know, man. I feel like that first time you try it could. I don't know. We will see. We will see. In my opinion, the more solid extraction shooters on the market, the better for all of us. It means that the devs of these games have to work really hard to try to build a game that you want to play, that you want to go to, you know what I mean? Like that competition, the fact that Tarkov had little to none competition. Look what happened when they started getting some competition. They actually started doing shit. Be it the wrong moves here and there, they did stuff, right? This guy's going for a swim. Getting wet, bud? Credit card got wet. This is another mechanic that I'm talking about, like search and stuff, right? Yeah, that's it. That's it for this. Right. We don't have to do anything else. Do I need to actually explore the road, or is this it? can't remember. Oh, no, I do. There was something there. Oh. Lol. Freaking key on the seat. No, I'm pretty sure it's just this. I think that's just the directions of it, is to explore the road. I think we're good. Dylan, if you come over to Twitch, you can have full screen, or YouTube. I will agree with you, Mother. Not having the time restriction here is great. Not having a time restriction is pretty fantastic in my book. Being able to stay out as long as you want. And I think that's even going to go further with this new quest system that they're going to introduce, where you won't have to, like this one we have a note, so we have to go back. But there's been other ones where it's just been a, like, oh, I found the thing, cool. I have to go back to base to report that, right? In the future, in the next update, how it's going to work is you'll just be able to turn that in and you'll get your next quest. And this is going to be insanely important for quests that, like, oh, I have to go to Hunter's Paradise and I've got to find this, or I've got to check the ammo stash or whatever. I did that. And then at the very next quest, I'm messing up the order of these, but just hear me out. The very next quest is to go and kill 10 dudes over at Hunter's Paradise. Like, flying back to the base and then flying back there was annoying. Like, now we can just turn that in and get the next one and go.
I'm here. Move it. Go. Strap in.
Now, if you already killed all the dudes, then then that's a problem. But still, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, that flow helps. You can just turn your tasks in that don't have an item that needs returning and just do it. Because a lot of people used to just blow themselves up, like kill themselves, if the quest didn't have anything. They'd go out just what I have, and if the quest didn't have anything, they just die. So they get teleported back to the base, turn the quest in, then go back out on their mission, you know? Which I always thought was kind of funny, but... But yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of food and drink around the map. Like, we just picked these up. I mean, there was enough, you know? Yo, Jackie, what's going on?
Exfil completed. Good to have you back.
Longest flight ever. That is the farthest possible spot, though. I am here. That spot was right here, dude. Maybe this one's farther. This one's probably farther, but that is the farthest map, LZ away. So I don't feel bad. Complete. Very good. Very good. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, guys, as always, we always go and raid a new somebody else in the community after we are done streaming. We stream from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, and then like pretty much all day on Friday. But we are gonna go and say what up to someone new. I don't think we've ever raided them before, so come on over in the raid. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow. And have a fantastic rest of your day, dudes. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.